Imagine that in 100 years, technology would take over and dominate humankind. Is this an anxiety of yours? Well, over the past 200 years, this has been a rising moral panic throughout society. In my digital artifact, I will be discussing how moral panics throughout history are mirrored in literature and how they are developed over time. Through these texts, I will also explore how this moral panic is grounded in myth. In his 1972 book Fog Devils and Moral Panics, Stanley Cohen describes moral panics to occur when something emerges to become defined as a threat to societal values and interests. Texts such as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and Fritz Lang's Metropolis emphasize Cohen's belief that the media plays an important role in reinforcing and reflecting moral panics in society. I am interested in this topic because I have a passion for literature and film. I also have an interest in journalism and thus will be presenting this assessment in a blog post. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein analyzes the fears concerning the exploitation of technology in science. Concluding in death, the novel challenges the transgression of romanticist values and the use of technology. 100 years after Frankenstein is written, this moral panic is reinforced and reflected in Fritz Lang's dystopian film Metropolis. This film acts as a commentary on the inability of technology to liberate humankind and the notion that technology could give rise to worker oppression rather than empowerment. In addition to my exploration of moral panics, I will be analysing how these anxieties are grounded in myth. In Daniel Chandler's Semiotics for Beginners, a myth is described as beliefs which are demonstrably false. Brian Child's study discusses how this moral panic is a result of misconceptions such as time, cost, control, and training. Although there have been many studies halting this anxiety, it still exists to this day. All I have to ask you is, will you engage in my studies and stop submitting to this myth?